So today's topic is reflections on the coordinate plane. So we're going to be reflecting over one of the axes. So either over the x-axis or the y-axis. We'll be reflecting over one of those. So think about this. Here's really the only place where people kind of make mistakes is they forget that it's like a mirror. So your reflection in a mirror, if you hold up your right hand, which hand does it look like you're holding up in the mirror? Your left. It looks the opposite. Okay, so a reflection is the opposite of what you're looking at. And so that's really the only place where people struggle. But if you'll do the one thing that I'm going to show you to do today, you will always get these right. Okay, if you try to shortcut it, you will likely make some mistakes. So I'm going to tell you a way to make sure that you always get them right. All right, so this is inside of your notes, and you highlighted it already. It says, first of all, highlight the axis you are reflecting over. Everybody grab a marker out of your thing, something that's not like brown, something that it will be brightly colored enough that you'll be able to see it. You could also use a highlighter. That would actually work really well on this one. Okay? Now, so you're going to highlight the axis that you're reflecting over. You're going to count how many spaces the point that you're reflecting is from that axis, and then do the same on the other side. That's reflecting. That's all it is. So let's go straight to an example. So this is in your notes, and we're going to reflect these points. So it says, first of all, reflect A and B across the what? X-axis. Okay, this is important. Go ahead and circle it, because this is telling us which axis we're going across. Because if we reflect across the wrong axis, we will get the wrong answer, okay? So we are going across, let me get this to red. We're going across the x-axis, okay? That means the first step said highlight the one that you are reflecting across. So take your marker, and we're going to highlight the x-axis. In other words, you're just going to draw it darker, because this is the one we're going across, the X. Okay? So far, so good? Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to reflect point A. So point A is here. What are the coordinates of point A? Negative 2, 3. Negative 2, 3, right? A few of you are still making mistakes on plotting points, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to work with you individually, but negative 2, we go across first, and then we go up to 3. That's where they meet. Negative 2, 3. So that's where A is. But it's telling us we're going to reflect it. Now, take your pencil and do this, because these can get tricky when we do a bunch of these on one graph. So do this with your pencil. We're just going to count how many spaces it is between A and the x-axis. That's our goal. So you're going to take your pencil, and I want you to draw loopy things like we did yesterday. It is 1, 2, 3 spaces. You see that? 3 spaces between A and the x-axis. Okay? So when we reflect it, we're going to put it the exact same distance from the x-axis, but on the other side. So if we counted 3 to get there, how many are we going to count now? 3. 3 more. So we'll start where we left off, and we'll go 1, 2, 3. And our point goes right here. Okay? Goes right there. Now, there's a special name for this when we have reflected it, because it's related to point A. So we call it A sub 1. That's a funny name, but that's all it means. It just means put a little 1 next to it. So when I say A sub 1 or B sub 1 or whatever, that's what I mean. It just has a little number 1 next to it. And it means that it is a reflection of point A. Okay, now the last thing we need to do is give the coordinates of our reflection. So the reflection is how far across? Anybody? Negative 2. Okay, so it's the first coordinate is negative 2. And how far down? Negative 3, right? So negative 2, negative 3. So notice these are the coordinates of A sub 1. You see the little 1 next to it? So the coordinates of A sub 1 are negative 2, negative 3. -2, -3. The coordinates of A were -2, +3. A sub 1 is -2, -3, because we just went across the x-axis. All right, so let's find B. B is here, and we're reflecting it across which axis? The x. It said reflect A and B across the x, so we're still going across the same one. So let's count. Use your pencil. Draw some loopy things. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go down below the x by how many? 1. 1. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a dot. We're going to label it B sub 1. Everybody say B sub 1.
B sub 1.
B sub 1, okay? And the coordinates of B sub 1 are, what's the first one? 5, -4. Remember, across to 5, down to -4. So the coordinates are 5, -4. Okay, so C and D say reflect across the y-axis. That's important to remember, so we get it right. So we're going to highlight the y-axis, just like that. All right, and let's start with point C. So C is right here. Let's count with loopy things using a pencil, remember, to see how far we are. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go 6 in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your dot. What's the name of that point? C sub 1. Good. C sub 1. Okay, let's give the coordinates of it. The x is 6. Very good. And the y is negative, is it -4 or -5? -5.
I think it's 4. It's -5. That's 4.
Look, it's right here. It's right here where -5 is. It's -5.
Yeah, this one.
Okay? All right, and let's do D. So D is right here. So we're going to go in the other direction. So we go 1, 2 till we get to the y-axis. So go 1, 2 in the other direction. Put a nice big dot. Label it D sub 1. And let's put down the coordinates. It is, what's the first one? What's the x? -2. And what's the y? -4. -2, -4.
I was looking at the A.
Gotcha. Okay? So sometimes instead of being asked to reflect just a point, you're going to actually have to reflect an entire shape. So this shape is a what? Triangle. Okay? And then it's actually asking us to reflect it twice. So first, we're going to reflect, and this is how we label a triangle if we're going to give it corners. So triangle ABC, that means A, B, C, across the y-axis. So first, let's highlight the y-axis so we know which one we're going across. Oops. Okay, so this is the y. And the way we reflect it is by reflecting each point individually. This is where your pencil comes in because it does get a little bit crowded on there to put all these loopy things. But it really will help you. So it doesn't matter which point we start with. So I'm just going to start at the top with point A. So point A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So I'm going to go to the other side and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And put a dot. And that is A sub 1. Okay, let's do B. How far is B from the y-axis?
2.
1, 2. So go 1, 2. And this is B sub 1. And then let's do C. C is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a dot. and that is C sub 1. Now all we have to do is connect them. So go 1, 2, 3, and now we have a mirror image of that shape on the other side. Do you see how it's pointed in the other direction? A few people will try to slide them. So yours should be pointed in a different direction a different direction than the first one. Okay, so to reflect it across the X, we're going to use a different color, and I'm just going to highlight the X-axis so I know this is the one I'm going across. This is the one I'm counting towards. All right, let's start with A. So A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and I'm still going to call it A sub 1 even though it probably should be A sub 2, but for our purposes that'll be fine. Okay, let's do B. B is up here, so we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Call it B sub 1. And now, let's talk about point C for a second. Is point C going to be anywhere in the third quadrant?
No.
No, because it's on the line. So the reflection of point C is point C. It has no reflection, right? Because it's right on the line. So we keep it there, and we draw our triangle like this.